So I've been using the Galaxy S25 Ultra for around 2 weeks now, from California to the Caribbean islands, from Kennedy Space Center to Daytona Beach. I've pushed this phone hard in my testing to give you guys an accurate video. Battery life, display, camera, design, the good and the bad, all that is coming up. So let's start with the cameras, since they are mostly the same aside from the new 50 megapixel ultra wide, but same cameras don't mean the same performance. The new ISP on the Galaxy S25 Ultra has really improved the photo quality, and in turn it gives you a more accurate looking photo in terms of color. And look, even the zoom photos have been improved by a lot compared to the S24 Ultra. But I think the craziest thing is how well the video has improved. Samsung has focused a lot on low light video and, well, it shows. Samsung is using a new AI algorithm to determine subjects that are moving and subjects that are stationary, as well as taking information from each pixel. Now, if the algorithm finds some distortions or artifacting, it'll use the information from surrounding pixels to make the video look cleaner. And from experience, it does an amazing job. But obviously, looking at photos and videos from a YouTube video is not going to give you guys the best looking performance, so I will link down below a Google Photos album for you guys to check out in full resolution, and I highly recommend it. Now, in terms of the price of this bad boy, it's Samsung, so obviously there are crazy pre-order deals going on. If you don't know about them yet, you can get up to $900 of trade-in credit, and on top of that, Samsung is even going to give you $300 to spend on things like storage upgrades, accessories, Samsung Care, or whatever else you want. This deal is only going to be here for like another week, I believe, so if you guys want to pick this phone up and save a lot, I'll have a link down below that'll take you guys straight there. The design of the S25 Ultra has got to be my favorite. I'm just a huge fan of curved corners, flat back, flat display. And the weight difference is definitely noticeable. As I was in Florida, I visited my brother. The first thing he said, literally the first thing he said, no joke, when he picked this phone up for the first time is, "Wow, this is light." I mean, for the size of the phone, as you're looking at it, you're expecting, big to be heavy, but as you pick it up, it's like, oh my God, like, where's the rest of it? Like, this has got to be the most comfortable Ultra phone from Samsung that I've felt, and if you haven't touched it yet, maybe go to your local electronics store like Best Buy or anywhere that sells phones, pick it up, and trust me, you'll be surprised. Now, Samsung did say they improved the strength of the titanium, but obviously if you want to keep your phone for a long time or maybe keep its resale value, I always recommend getting a case. This one here is from Taurus, and I've been using Taurus for 2 years now, and in fact they are the original maker of the O-Stand 360 spin case. Now, the benefits of this case here, it's like a multi-tool. First of all, it's a case. But second of all, this MagSafe ring pops out and you can kind of spin your phone 360 degrees, which is kind of perfect for watching, content vertically or horizontally. But that's not all. Like I just mentioned, this is also MagSafe capable, which means, yeah, if you have a Qi 2 supported wireless charger, boom, your S25 Ultra now supports Qi 2. Oh, you thought I was done? No, because this is also magnetic, so you can stick it to your range as you're cooking food and get caught up on some Netflix shows. Now, the case itself is raised by 1.2 millimeters on the sides, and the corners are raised by 1.5 millimeters to give you good drop protection. And of course, the camera housing is recessed as well, so you can protect those good-looking cameras of yours. And hey, you can even use the ring as a little pop socket. So that's pretty fun. Now, if you guys want to pick this case up, again, link down below. Now, many might not know this, but the display of the Galaxy S25 Ultra has also gotten a slight improvement with its anti-reflective properties, and I love this so much because you don't need to be like a tech guy to understand what that means. Like, when you take this phone outside, like, you just know. Even if you don't know, you know. I mean, here's a comparison of the S25 Ultra and the iPhone. Like, with the iPhone, you can perfectly see that light in the background completely, like you can't read what's on the display. But with the S25 Ultra, I mean, look at that. That's a massive difference. That's insane. I don't know why other manufacturers aren't doing this. Like I took my iPhone with me to California, to the Caribbean islands, and obviously it's sunny outside, you're wearing sunglasses, or at least I was, because you want to protect your eyes. I could barely see the display of the iPhone because, first of all, it dimmed because it overheated, because it's an iPhone and they just always do that. But also, since it's so reflective and I'm wearing glasses, I couldn't see what was on the display, barely, at all. But with the S25 Ultra, it didn't care. I saw the display perfectly as if I was indoors. I mean, not literally, but pretty much. That being said, of course, the brightness was all the way maxed out outside because of the sun, and I was taking a ton of photos, ton of videos, and even still, the battery life, like we all keep mocking Samsung, oh, we still have 5,000 milliamp hours with no improvement. But with the software and the new kind of AI algorithm they're using to make the display more efficient, you're easily going to get 8 to 9 hours of screen on time. I was getting around 7.5, but remember, fully maxed out brightness outside, auto brightness, so it was reaching its peak nits. Ton of photos, ton of videos, very spotty Wi-Fi, like there was barely any Wi-Fi on the island, even with international 5G, which always drains your battery because you're just trying to get the best speed. You're not ever going to get that. So your phone is struggling. Even then, 7.5 hours of screen on time, which is insane. Now, there has been some negative press on the S25 Ultra, and I have to talk about it because I have to remain unbiased, and it's revolving around the S Pen, which no longer supports Bluetooth. Now, if you guys didn't know, with the S24 Ultra and prior S Pen phones with Bluetooth, you can do things like, set your phone up on a stand or lean it up against a wall and take a family portrait by pressing the button on the S Pen to go ahead and take a photo. Personally, I never used it because if I'm taking a family photo or just a very weird angle, selfie, and I can't really reach the shutter button, I just show my palm to the phone and it'll go ahead and start a countdown anyway. So yeah, but long story short, normal Bluetooth on the S Pen, you can still use it as normal. In fact, you still see the dot on the display as the S Pen gets closer. So you still have that. It still works the same way, except no Bluetooth. And you can't use the weird Harry Potter air gestures, which I think no one ever used. But yeah, you can't do that anymore. In fact, let me know in the comments down below, do you guys care about Bluetooth on the S Pen? Did you use it a lot? Did you not even know it was there? Yeah, I'm curious. Let me know down below. Now, the daily brief has also been kind of fun. I thought it would be a gimmick at first, but it's nice to see what you have planned for the day. And even at night, like it'll tell you, like here's how your day went. It'll even show you photos and videos that you've taken throughout the day as like a little recap of like what happened. I think it's cool. I actually been checking it every morning and at night because it's kind of just always there at the bottom until you click on it. It's fun. I don't see a harm in it. It's like I said, it's helpful. If you have a plane ticket, it'll show you the plane ticket. If you have a train ticket, it'll show you if you're leaving for a meeting and the meeting is in your Samsung calendar, it'll automatically suggest the maps to get there. So it's just it's an assistant, basically. It's just a fun little assistant. Now, Samsung also added a larger vapor chamber. In fact, now it's 40% larger, and thanks to the more efficient Snapdragon 8 Elite chip made for Galaxy, as well as that more efficient display, this phone barely got warm. Like I said, even outside, very hot outside, back in where I was at the Caribbeans, it was hot outside, taking photos, taking videos. The phone barely got warm, which again is the exact opposite of my iPhone, which I wasn't even using all that much, so why was it heating up? Hey, I don't know, ask Apple. But yeah, in terms of like how this phone feels in hand, even with the case on, it didn't get warm, which again, that's kind of surprising. Overall, the S25 Ultra has been good. I mean, it's an improvement over what was already good on the S24 Ultra, and they basically improved on everything except the S Pen. And yeah, I see people saying they should have given us a newer camera system, bigger battery life, more of this, more of that. Yeah, but you can vote with your wallet. If you don't like the improvements or if you don't care about the improvements, don't buy the phone. Again, I don't think Samsung is targeting S24 Ultra buyers to the S25. I think they're targeting like the S23 Ultra, the S22 Ultra, and older owners because, these phones are now made to last. I mean, you have 7 years of software updates with this phone. So if you upgrade every year, I mean, that's kind of your fault. I never recommend upgrading every year. You can if you want. Again, you can trade in the S24 Ultra and buy the S25 Ultra for like $400 or even less. So if you want, you can. If you don't want, buy it next year or the year after. But of course, let me know what you think about the S25 Ultra. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Did you pre-order it? Or are you thinking of pre-ordering it? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, definitely click that like button. If you're new here and you like no BS tech videos, definitely subscribe. And as always, this was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.